Malaysia's Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, says his government has fulfilled 40% of its campaign pledges. The comment came during a national address marking the first anniversary of the election of his Pakatan Harapan coalition.
Pakatan's victory at the polls on 9th of May last year was the first time Malaysia has had a change in government since independence. And Dr. Mahathir is confident of fulfilling all of the pledges by the end of his government's term in office.
Earlier, he said he was an interim Prime Minister, but gave no timetable for handing over the reins to Anwar Ibrahim. Now, for more on the story, let's cross over to Melissa Goh in Putrajaya. Mel, Dr. Mahathir highlighted the fight against corruption. Is this his government's main achievement in the past year?
Well, indeed, a 93-year-old Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, during the hour-long national address in conjunction with Pakatan Harapan's first-year anniversary, said his government has done a commendable job in fighting corruption and in restoring rule of law and institutional integrity. Over $1 billion, he said, were recovered from scandal-plagued State Investment Fund, 1MDB, although billions more in debts, which this government will have to continue to shoulder in years to come. Well, there's now greater media freedom. PH, he said, is also more inclusive. There's greater participation of women and of youth in his government. And during the hour-long address, he also stressed that Barisan Nasional, the former administration, was the reason why the new government did not have enough now to spend on development. BN was the reason why Pakatan Harapan was unable to fulfill its electoral promises. Well, understandably, he said the people are disappointed with his government. He said 1 year is just too short a time frame to deliver on everything. But there are still 4 more years, the good thing is, to go before they go to the people again. Now, it's his government's intention, he said, that all the promises will be fulfilled. Now, people are upset. Of course, prices are going up. The economy is slowing down. At the same time, the government is telling them that toll charges cannot be removed as promised because it's just too costly to do so. They want the government to fix their problem and stop blaming the ex-Prime Minister Najib Razak's government. They want things to be done now. Now, to that end, Dr. Mahathir promised that his government will work harder to deliver in the year ahead. Glenda, Steve?
Mel, the Prime Minister also seemed to signal a shift in Malaysian politics. You know, it seems to be like away from race and religion.
Well, if you look at the fact that non-Malays were picked for top jobs like Finance Minister, for Chief Justice earlier, and for the role of the Attorney General and so on, it does appear that the Pakatan Harapan government is a lot more inclusive. But at the same time, it's facing pressure and backlash from majority of the population, especially in rural areas, who felt that the government is not protecting their rights, their interests enough. They worried about their Malay rights being eroded. So while the government said that, you know, this is all unfounded, a fear, but the fact remains that Pakatan Harapan has lost in the last 3 by-elections because the opposition, he said, is playing up on this Malay insecurity. Now, Dr. Mahathir he also addressed the political alliance between opposition Islamic Party PAS and UMNO, the former ruling party. He said it's ridiculous how these 2 parties can now work together. UMNO leaders, he said, they were plundering the country's wealth and stealing from the rakyat, from the people. He also questioned where was PAS when all these things were happening. So stop manipulating, he said, the people by using race and religions for the selfish political gains. Dr. Mahathir is enough of that. Let's listen into what he had to say earlier.
Kerana itu, perjuangan yang kononnya untuk mempertahankan Melayu dan Islam tidak lain daripada mempertahankan perompak-perompak negara yang berharap jika kerajaan ini jatuh, maka kes-kes yang mereka hadapi akan gugur dan mereka tidak perlu bertanggungjawab dengan dosa dan kerosakan yang mereka telah lakukan. Pesanan saya, cukup-cukuplah menggunakan isu perkauman dan agama untuk kepentingan politik.
It's a long night. Dr. Mahathir is now performing prayers after breaking a fast with his cabinet ministers as they marked Pakatan Harapan's first year in office. Glenda, Steve?
Thanks very much for that update. Melissa Goh speaking to us from Putrajaya.